Hey, it's Liz, the Rice Lady, and I'm back for another video. I'm trying to knock a few out this week. We're going to take a look at, I guess there's a couple rumors here. We'll take a look at, I guess there's a rumor that Trump may pardon Derek Chauvin. We'll see, that's a possibility. Let me first go, even if he does, Chauvin was also convicted on state charges. Trump can't pardon him for that. So he can't get out of jail. If anything, they'll transfer him maybe from a federal facility to a state facility. And Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith, I think his name is Keith Ellison, they're already working, coming up with a plan in case Trump does this. And the reason Trump is doing this, A, because he's a racist. And if you don't remember, Derek Chauvin was the one, the police officer who kneeled on George Floyd and killed him. It was murder, plain and simple. George was begging for his life. People were telling him to get off of him, and he didn't do it, and killed him. So Derek, Chauvin should spend the rest of his life in a penitentiary. It's where he belongs. But, we all know Trump isn't running the country. He's an old man. He's not interested in the day-to-day stuff. He just wants to play golf and make money. He doesn't care about the day-to-day stuff. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about anything except how much money he's making and playing golf. So, little Stephen Miller and some other, Heritage Foundation people are running the country. So I'm guessing this is Nazi Ferratu's idea to pardon Derek Chauvin. Why? A, it's racist. Putting, people of color in their place, which is what they want to do. And we'll go into more on that. And also, hopefully, if this happens, the black community would come out and, and right. They actually would have every right to. But, at least I hope that doesn't happen. I don't think it will, but, because if that happens, then Trump gets this excuse to call out the military, which he's dying to do. Dying. So, and this is also ties in with the reason, these white Afrikaners got refugee status are now settling in. It's part of, bringing apartheid to the U.S. I mean, Trump's a racist, Stephen Miller, Musk. That Nazi salute was not an accident. He did that on purpose. They want to bring apartheid here to the United States, Jim Crow. So, I don't think these Afrikaners are going to really enjoy living here. I think they were settled. I don't know if they were all settled, but I think some of them were sent to Idaho. I don't think that, they're going to be expecting government. They may be getting one. I don't know. But yeah, they're expecting, to be settled here. They're expecting a handout. But I don't think things are going to work out for them here. I don't think they're going to be that happy. And then in 2028, when the new president comes in, their refugee status will be revoked, and they'll have to go home. It's just racism, plain and simple. But let's throw the cards on the possibility of a pardon for Derek Chauvin. I mean, it's hard to believe that this is where we're at. But here we are. Let's throw the cards. Okay, I've already shuffled. As I was shuffling, I was getting that Stephen Miller really wants to do this. And they would go it under the excuse, oh, well, Chauvin was just doing his job. He should have never been convicted for just doing his job. I mean, what was George Floyd doing? He was selling cigarettes. And he wasn't even... Who cares about that? So... all about the money. I don't think it's going to work out. We'll see. Tide. Putin. Everything, all roads lead to Putin. Whoop. Well, we'll leave it out. We already know it's the Ten of Pentacles. It's windy. Okay, can you see? Oh, of course. Of course. Kelsey, please. Again, it's about the money, it's about the heritage. How can I describe this? You know, the Harlan Crows, you know, the Leo Leonards, the Koch brothers. I mean, you gotta remember, these are all rich racists, and they would like Elon Musk, of course, Peter Thiel. So they've been pouring money into this, and they, to make America white again. Of course, they're all chained to the devil. But so far, it's still just an idea. I don't think it's anything concrete. Let's throw it 3 more cards. Right. I was waiting for the wind to pass. It's gorgeous, but it's windy. Yeah, the world. Queen of Pentacles. Again, the world is watching. They want to change the world. Again, make the world whiter. If you didn't make so much the news here, but again, the Trump effect. Romania just elected the liberal candidate Norm Riscu. I'm not pronouncing his name correctly. He was a mayor of one of the cities in Romania, and he's also a mathematician, and he would represent the Liberal Party, and they won. There was a right-wing nationalist he was running against, and that guy lost. Again, it's the Trump effect. They see what's happening here, and they're going, nope. Also, Putin, Putin took Ukraine. He would go storming into Poland. He would go storming into Romania. I mean, I think these are all border countries. So, and they see what's happening in Georgia, the country of Georgia now. So now they don't want that. So again, the world is watching. They see what's happening. So we have the Trump effect that other countries are electing liberals, but it's also Musk and all these billionaires want to remake the world, make it whiter. That's the plan. Of course, manipulating elections. And again, it's who holds who holds the coin. Will they do it? I know right now it just looks like it's just an idea. Yeah. Time. Balancing, trying to make it happen. I don't know. And then at the end, the son. I think whatever they try to do, Chauvin's going to remain in jail. Because remember, he was also convicted on state charges. And Trump cannot pardon him on state charges. They're going to try. I wouldn't be surprised. But I think ultimately, at the end of the day, Chauvin remains in jail. Plus, where would he go if he got, he would be a pariah. So, I think they're thinking about it. I definitely think that Stephen Miller wants to make it happen. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried. But I think at the end of the day, he's going to remain in jail. He was also convicted on state charges. And it would really remember, blacks and Latinos voted for him. He got the Latino vote. What do you think they're going to go for this? I mean, already what's happening with Latino people being snatched off the street. And did you see, I guess Christine Gnomes, the dog killer, is trying to pitch a reality series, sort of like a Hunger's game, where migrants, compete in contests for citizenship. I mean, my God. I mean, what are these people thinking? No, I don't even see Fox picking that up. So I don't know where they would run this, because no network would pick it up, and no advertisers would want to be associated with this. So right now I don't see this happening. Yeah, it's ugly, ugly, ugly stuff. But the black community and the Latino community who voted for him, they unfortunately, they're seen for what he really is, which is a racist. He's always been one. Remember, in the 70s, him and his dad were convicted of not renting apartments to black people. Yeah, and he hasn't changed. So he does not care about you. Never did. He only cares about lining his pockets. He only cares about his donors and his rich friends. He does not care about you. Never did. I don't know. I'll keep drilling that home. And, we're all going to suffer for it. Things are going to get bad as the economy starts to sink. But at the same time, right now it looks like he's going from one strength to the next. The wheels are going to start falling off the bus pretty soon for him. Let's say by fall. And then midterm's coming, baby. So hang on. We will get through this. I don't do this to scare you, but being, kind of forewarned makes you more prepared and kind of be able to deal with this. Again, don't doom scroll. Get out and live your life. Go visit a community garden. Do something. And we will get through this. We will be better for this. This is a real dark, ugly period. But it will end, and we will come out stronger. So anyway, as always, for entertainment purposes only, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next vid.